I found a postcard on the ground. It was addressed to the house that was like nearby, and it was just on the ground, on the street. So I just decided to put it in the mailbox. And I have no idea how it ended up there. It might be that the person that got it didn't really want it, so he decided to throw it out. But I figured just in case I should still put it there. You never know. Good morning. Please don't mind the hair. I know it looks terrible. It's 8 a.m. in the morning, and the reason why I decided to vlog is because I woke up this early, actually, as strange as it sounds. You know when you wake up that early, or I sometimes even have to wake up at like 7 a.m. To go to uni, and it's kind of hard for you, so I just basically set up my alarm twice. So I set it up, for example, for 7 a.m. and then 7:05 a.m. so that I can have like a proper wake up. And I just recently found out that actually that's not really a good thing for you, because when you wake up once and then you go back to sleep and then you wake up 5 minutes afterwards, it doesn't really do anything for you, because once you go to sleep again after your first alarm, that just basically doesn't really do anything. It doesn't make you any more active or any more awake. So basically there is no point of doing it. But what you can do is that you can try to pull yourself out of the bed and open the window curtains, because the daylight does something to your eyes that helps you to actually like properly wake up. So that's what I decided to do ever since. When my alarm goes off, I just stand up and run to the window to open the curtains. I don't know, seems to work so far. This is how it looks when I get up. Okay, I gotta go now. I need to stop making a video, and I just need to go to uni, so I'll see you later. So apart from that, I still don't have any footage, and it's already weekend, it's Saturday, so I decided I might as well just tell you what I'm reading right now and what I read so far. So I've just finished this book, Volition. It's alright, but I wouldn't say that I enjoyed it like a lot. It's just like an easy read, but it's not particularly interesting, to be honest. And yesterday at the university I discovered this book. As you can see, it's about 80s movies, which I'm a huge fan of. So that's what I'm reading right now. And if you haven't heard about it, there's a social network for books. It's called Goodreads, and I have an account. And actually, if you go to my the main page of my YouTube account, among the links to Facebook and stuff like that, you can see there's a link to Goodreads account. So if you want, you can add me as friends. It has this thing where you can create a challenge for yourself. For example, like 20 books to read in 2015 or something like that. And you can basically track it and add books in it once you read them. In the beginning of 2015, I created myself a challenge to read 33 books in 2015. The reason why I decided to pick 33 is that because I tried to remember how many books I read last year, and it was a bit less than that, so I want to try to read a little bit more. And also because I like the number 3, to be honest, so whatever. And these are all the books that I read so far. There are 2 Woody Allen books, The Richest Man in Babylon. These 3 are just fiction books. This one is good, Eleanor and Park, although a bit cheesy. This one I've just finished. This one I didn't like it at all, although the idea is good. This is a memoir by Graham Norton. He's a famous British TV presenter. And this is the book about the London Underground. So I've read 8 books out of 33 so far. And if you just go to the main page of the website, it has this little section where it shows the challenge that you have. And as you can see here, it says I'm 1 book ahead of the schedule. So I'm doing pretty well so far, even though ideally, now I'm supposed to actually read stuff for my university, but I just don't. Just because books are better and more interesting to read than the academic stuff that they give us at the university. And to be honest, I'm not that interested in the degree that I'm doing at the university. I'm not really interested in tourism. So I might as well just read what I really want to read instead of that. Right? But unfortunately, I know that there will come a time when I'm gonna have to read what I'm actually supposed to read, because I need to finish my year at the university. This is the last year, so I have to make an effort and finish it properly and get good grades and graduate and become an adult. So So here's a new edition of London Random Things. Just a suitcase. That's it. No explanation, nothing. Now I'm on my way to Camden Town Market because if you've been following my vlogs for a while, you would know that I'm really into all things 80s. So basically, I decided to go and find myself a Polaroid camera, and not just like a simple Polaroid camera that they make now, but like an actual old school vintage Polaroid camera that was made in like 80s. As you can see, there are so many people at Camden right now. This is how it is on all the weekends. I'm not sure I want to know. Look at that lamp. I'm in an old and new store, which basically have like furniture and design things. And this is how it looks. They've got all kinds of different stuff. And it just smells so good here, like wood. It's similar to what old things smell like, but at the same time, like it's not bad, it's really good. And they've also got this room full of old mirrors. Look at that awesome graffiti, it's so cool. So that was definitely the weirdest shop that I've seen. They had like spaceship and the music, and it was just like, it was crazy. They had like robots. And once I started to film, they told me that I actually can't film. So that's all you get to see. This is how it looks from the outside, if you were wondering. So I found this really small shop, but it's just stuffed with things from like movies and video games and all kinds of stuff. Look at that. Just like on the ceiling everywhere. I can barely see the guy who's on the counter because he's just like, everything is stuffed. Huge gremlins also. Look at that. Would you really want to buy this? So I didn't find what I wanted at the Camden Market, but I walked further and I found another market called Staples Market, and that's where I am right now. But it's just so huge that I already got lost. The statue of Amy Winehouse that they made after she died. My neighbor had a birthday party yesterday, and this is how it looks afterwards. And that coffee is mine, actually. I just put it there. I am so excited right now because I'm opening a box which has this inside of it. So at the Camden Lock, the Camden Town Market, I found one place where they sold the old school cameras, but they only had like 2 Polaroids, and this is like specifically the model that I wanted to buy, and they only had 2, and they were like much worse than this one, and they were much older, I think, and much more like the condition was really bad basically. But then I went to another market, the one that I talked about, the Staples Market, and they had this big vintage section in the market where they had different shops with like clothes and stuff like that, and it was all vintage, it was all like old school. And that's where I found this. So this is how you open it, and this is how it looks. To be honest, this is like really cool. They started to make these, I think, in 1986. It's that old, and I don't have the frames yet, the one that you put, like basically the papers, the pictures that you put inside, and then when you take a picture it comes out. I'm gonna buy them soon, but it's in a good working condition, and yeah, I got myself a Polaroid. Yeah. So thanks very much for watching this episode of London Vlogs. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'd really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed if you did. But in all seriousness, if you didn't like it and if you just hated it, don't like or subscribe. Like, I'm serious, don't do any of those things. That's fine, because I don't want to force you into doing something you don't want to. But if you did enjoy the video, there's a like and subscribe button right under this video. If you are watching for the first time, I'm Martin, and basically I moved to London this September from abroad, and I started to make weekly videos about how I live in London and basically documenting everything that's happening to me here. And I'm posting a video every Sunday, so if you subscribe to my channel, you're not going to miss any videos, and you will be able to keep track of them. So I hope you like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Bye.